First thing you need is strong brand identity. Okay. So what a lot of good advertising has is, if once I see it, I see the brand. Like, I know what it is. I know who this company is. I have some relationship to it. We want people to look at it and go, oh, that's this. That's Verizon. That's Starbucks. That's Google. That's whatever. Okay. So we need a strong brand identity. And strong brand identity is all about consistency. So first, you want to have consistent visuals. So if you use illustrations, consistency, use illustrations. If you use 3D images, use 3D images. If you're using AI images, use AI images. If you're using real people, use real people. Just be consistent with whatever the visual story that you're telling is. Okay. Next thing you want to do is be very consistent about our brand, tone, and voice. This is really about, how do you want to be seen by your audience? Okay, how do you want them to interpret you? What is the type of relationship that you want to have with your audience? Is it more education and teaching style? Is it more thought leadership? Is it more playful, more friends, partners? Is it more service oriented? What type of relationship do you want to have? That is going to dictate your tone of voice and your style. And you want to, again, all about consistency here. Third thing you want to have is emotional connection, right? This, people buy based off emotions, back it up with logic. Okay. What type of feeling do you want your audience to have? What type of feeling do you want to bring out of them? What type of feeling do you want to convey? Again, goes along with brand voice and tone. You want to have more playful style, a more educational style, a more serious style, a more confident style. What are we trying to convey here, and what feeling are we trying to evoke? Okay, and then we want to have that align across all channels. So once I jump off your ad, I'm probably going to a landing page connected to your website. Does that have the same voice and tone? I want to go check out your Instagram or your LinkedIn or your Facebook. Has the same voice and tone, right? As soon as you break the consistency, you start to break trust. So you want to be consistent across all. First things first is brand, first and foremost, right? I love this Starbucks ad. It is Starbucks all the way, right? As soon as you look at it, the logo hits me up front. It's clear, color tones align with what I know with Starbucks. The font, the messaging, the style, the imagery, all this screams Starbucks, right? Like, it's coffee in the background, relationship up front. Totally get it. So when you are developing ads, make sure you have consistent brand colors. Make sure all the fonts and styles reflect your brand and how you want to communicate. So is the tone, again, is it playful? Is it educational? Is it confident? What's the style? Making sure it is consistent. Your logo needs to be clear. I need to have clear identification of who you are. Imagery needs to be consistent. So if you're using real people who are smiling, make sure that's consistent through your brand, right? And you want the layout to be familiar. It's got to be clear.
One thing I wanted to point out about this ad that makes it really, really great, it's a great example, is one, notice that they don't say, do you like coffee? Or do you drink coffee, or do you want coffee? Right. Like, I think that a lot of times, we as advertisers or marketers or business owners, um, we are being too generic, right? Like, because there's a million coffee brands out there, right? And so why would I choose Starbucks? And I choose Starbucks because of the way that it makes me feel, right? That's basically what it boils down to. So a lot of times you'll notice with ads, particularly like Starbucks and, different kinds of companies, that it's not necessarily saying, here, go buy coffee, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
or here, go sign up for my product demo, or, do you need a lawyer today, right? Like, it really is kind of going a few layers deeper than just, surface level messaging. So I think we definitely have to think about, what is the emotion that the person is experiencing right now, and what does what does their emotional state look like after they work with you, or after they come into your programs, after they buy your product, after they come into your shop, right? Like, what is that feeling that's going to happen after, or that feeling that you want to happen after, and how can you put that into your advertising so that people can see that, there is a kind of like a bridge to the other side, or there is another, there is a pathway for me to get to a place where I am enjoying my cup of coffee. I'm enjoying, this product. I am, my, whoever is helping me to, to grow my business, right? Like, what does that emotional state look like, and how can you invoke that in your ads?
I love it. And if you guys have like visceral reactions to the ads or things that stand out to you, put them in the chat. We'd love to hear them. Another thing I love about this ad, and we're going to get to this a little bit later, is like the copy is so simple and so aligned. It's just like casual chats, simple sips, easy every day. It's like the whole thing is like simple, easy, breezy, and the whole story matches the imagery, and I love that. It's very hard. Like, I'm not gonna like make like it's easy. There's a reason why copywriters make a ton of money because it's
Mhm.
not easy to simplify copy. But like when you do it and hit a home run, this it's a thing of beauty. It really is. And I feel like a lot of business owners feel like they have to word vomit. I need to get it all out because I have 5 seconds or whatever. But people don't read. They see the imagery, and then you have a conversion point to then explain all the things that you want to explain. So you don't need to dump every little detail into your advertising. So this is a perfect example of very simple, direct, and clear and concise copy that also aligns with the visual story. Okay. Second thing, very important, grabbing attention. So, like we said, you have seconds nowadays to get someone's attention. You have seconds to get them to stop scrolling. What is the best way to go about doing that? Okay. The first thing is we have to be bold. A lot of business owners are afraid to step out there, say something that's controversial, say something that's risky, or really be bold. And I'm not saying like necessarily just to do its sake, just be controversial for controversial sake. But if you have a point of view and a strong statement, put it out there, right? Like the point is to get people to stop scrolling, not for them to keep scrolling. And if you're just going to be like everybody else, then there's no reason to pay attention to you. Okay, so you want to be bold. The most important part of your copy is the headline. Okay. Powerful headline. Make a statement, ask a question, create intrigue. Okay. A hook is very, very important, especially when it comes to copy. How do you get someone to be intrigued? How do you get someone to say, that's interesting. I want to learn more. Okay. Art of the hook is a very, very specific skill. We want to hook them in. Okay. And then second, the final thing is we want to make it about our audience and not about us, right? We don't want to start copy with we, us, I. It's not about us at all. It's about our audience. We need to make it about them as much as possible. So let's get into an example. Love this ad from TikTok. This had the world by storm a couple weeks ago when TikTok was threatened to not be with us anymore. We know now that that's short lived, but they brought out this ad and a home run. Bold statements is Lord, take Teams, not TikTok. One, witty, super witty. Calls out Teams right away. Teams like, what did I do? Why am I catching strays out here? And it's super bold, right? Like you have to pay attention to it. It's a very strong statement. Like TikTok is out here not being scared. They're saying it and they're getting attention for it. So I love this ad by TikTok. So just a couple tips. Again, if you have any other tips, strategies, put them in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. So for bold headlines, this is just an example. We're going to do a couple, do this, not that. So a weak example of a bold headline is try our skincare products, right? Boring, it's just what everybody says. A better version of that is why your skincare routine isn't working and how to fix it, right? So the other thing we want to do is spark curiosity. That's a good thing to do with a bold headline statement. A weak version of that is save money, right? Everybody says that. The stronger version is you don't need to earn more money. You need to do this instead. I love statements like this because they create intrigue, right? You don't need to do X, you need to do this. Or it could be something like, learn how Sarah saved $1,000 in ads by doing this one thing, right? Like I love stuff like this. We create intrigue because it makes people want to learn more. And keeping it short, it's the hardest thing to do is to be very clear and concise yet short, especially with headlines. Okay, again, it's a very important copy, but we got to keep it short. So a bad example of a headline was, we offer the highest quality coffee beans that are ethically sourced and roasted to perfection. A better version of that is your coffee deserves Your coffee deserves better. Ethically sourced, expertly roasted. Okay. Super clean, super short, bold, curiosity, short headlines. Stacey, have anything to add for these?
One thing I would like to say about this is one, I think that this ad is definitely funny because it's very relatable because who really likes teams? But also, it's one of those things that it's also tying to what's going on right now. I think a lot of times we are, sometimes we want to steer away what's actually happening in the moment. And I think about we're in February right now, but a lot of clients who I was working with or people I was advising, in January, I'm like, we need to talk about new year, new you, like, especially people in the like health and wellness space, or even people who are, not necessarily in the health and wellness space, like, business coaches and things like that. People are having this renewed sense of energy going into the year and they want to change everything about their lives, right? Like I even think about, Planet Fitness, for example, they've sponsored the last few New Year's Eve, like ball drops in New York.
Mhm.
Why? Because they know that January is going to be their biggest month. People are going to be in this energy of, yeah, I want to change my life. I want to, lose weight. I want to get back in shape. I want to start this year differently. And so instead of just saying like, okay, well, we know people are going to come to the gym anyway, Planet Fitness was being very, very proactive and saying like, I'm going to make sure that on December 31st, everybody's thinking about Planet Fitness, because on January 1st, that's when they're going to go sign up for a membership, or they're going to be looking into this, right, in January. And so, they have, and I'm sure they're like heavily advertising in January. So just because, you like, and I think about also for like tax time for accountants, right? For accountants, tax professionals, right? We're coming up to tax time. Instead of waiting until people just kind of come in your door, be proactive and make sure that people know that you exist, and make sure that, as they're weighing their options, you are one of those options. So you want to make sure that, you're also paying attention to things that are going on in the world, like, to TikTok getting banned, making sure you go to can help for things that are going on seasonally, like Black Friday kind of stuff. Like if you're not running a Black Friday sale, you probably might want to pause your ads on Black Friday anyway, because everybody's looking for Black Friday sales on Black Friday, right? So
Yeah.
those are the different kinds of things you want to think about. So think about what's going on right now for your consumers, and think about how you can actually tailor your campaigns to what they're thinking about right now.
I love that. Excellent point for sure. I gave that advice to a client of mine a couple of days ago from on the B2B side. It's like it's very tough in the B2B environment right now, right? Like less resources, less budget. We're all going through the same pain. You can reflect that, have some empathy in your messaging and in your advertising, relate to them a little bit more. I'm sure it's going to take you further than we have this offer, buy from me now, da 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 da. So paying attention to the current climate and current environment, current market will definitely take you further in your advertising. Great advice. I'm going to stop here and do a little exercise. Y'all know what time it is. We love a little exercise. So I want you guys to practice writing a hook, okay? And it's simple. Just pick one of these frameworks and just write yourself a little hook. So it starts like one of the frameworks is like this. The first one: if you struggle with, insert your problem, here's how to fix it. Okay. The next one is tired of said frustration, discover a better way. And then identity. So this could be stuff like busy moms, busy business owners, deserve, put in the solution. Here's how you get it. Simple frameworks. And just give you guys a couple minutes to write them out. Just pick one. You don't have to do all of them. Pick one framework, write your hook to it. So we got brand identity, grab attention. Next thing we want to do is tell a story. Okay. And I know this may seem overwhelming to a lot of people. Like, how do I put a story into an ad? I only have so much copy and so much time. The thing we want to do is the structure of and this is a type of ad too. Again, these are like, elements of an ad, but it's also like, storytelling could be a type of ad that you do. So if you want to tell a story in an ad, first thing you need to do is highlight the problem. People don't buy products or services. They buy solutions to their problems. Okay. So you need to highlight what the problem is. Stacey kind of just went over that a second ago. And then we want to introduce the solution. So we said the problem and we have the answer, right? It's typically our product or service. And then we want to show the transformation. After they did the solution, this is the outcome. Okay. And then again, we want to, if we're telling a story, we want to make the audience the hero. They are the hero of the story. Okay. We are the sidekick helping them achieve their dreams, hit their goals, get their desired outcomes. Okay. So Sequence of a storytelling ad is problem, solution, transformation. Okay, looks a little something like this. This is an ad from a marketing consultancy. So they are saying an online presence is like a digital handshake to all of your clients and your partners. Allow us to help you make those handshakes. And then in the background, you can see they have a human hand and a digital hand. Okay, so they're kind of bringing the copy and the visual together for a story. The sequence is on the right. So if you start with a relatable problem, so a weak version of starting with a relatable problem is, again, people struggling to lose weight. Super generic. Go a level deeper. A stronger version of that is, I tried every diet, every workout, still couldn't lose weight. I feel stuck, exhausted, ready to give up. So that is a better relatable problem than I want to lose weight. Okay. I'm going to show a powerful transformation. Okay, so a weak version of this is our skincare formula helps you improve skin. Like, oh, okay, blah. A better version of that is, now I wake up with glowing skin and I feel confident without makeup. Okay, I love this newer version of, now I wake up with clear, glowing skin and I feel confident without makeup. Infusing emotion into your copy is super powerful. Feeling confident, okay, where you can trickle that in, it's super helpful. All right, but feeling confident without makeup, right? My skin is so good, it's so glowing, I don't even need makeup and I still feel good about myself. Love it. Okay, and then we want to make the audience our hero. Again, I don't love we, us, I statements. Okay, we help organizations get organized. Okay, whoopty. Okay, a better one is all about you. You are just one decision away from a stress-free business. Okay, all about you, the audience. Okay, so storytelling structure, again, copy is still tight, right? It's still concise, still very clear, but we are starting with a problem, solution, transformation. Okay. Anything to add in this one, Stacy?
Yeah, I love the part of make the audience the hero. Because a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times we want to tell everybody how great we are, but really people don't necessarily care how great we are right now when they're seeing the ad, right? They are thinking about the problem that they have. They are trying to figure out how they can get to the other side of this transformation that they're looking to get to. So I think that that's definitely, super powerful of just like making sure that the person that is reading the ad or consuming the ad is actually the person who is the hero and the person they are in charge of making an informed decision, and you're not necessarily trying to trick them or
Yeah.
talk about how amazing you are and just like you kind of go for like bragging and stuff like that, but it's more so just like sitting yourself into a position of like, if I am someone who is struggling with this problem, maybe you were, right? Sometimes we, like if maybe you found a solution to thinning hair because you had thinning hair and you found a solution, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when we get into the expert speak, we think that we are the person that's supposed to guide someone along, but really that person is the person who's they are in charge of their own destiny. They are in charge of getting the result that they're looking for. We are the facilitator. And so we need to
Mm-hmm.
speak to them and empower them to know that, hey, like this is a problem that you have. I get it. I understand, but you are capable of doing something about it. There is a better way for you to be able to, get on top of your schedule, or for you to be able to live, peacefully in your home and not feel like you're, hitting your printer every time you back out of your desk, right? Like there is a different way, but you are the person who will be able to get yourself there. But I am the person as the advertiser that's going to help you. The methodology that I'm putting in place, the services that I offer, I'm helping you to get there. But you
Right.
are the person who is kind of guiding your, kind of guiding the transformation. So I love that.
Exactly. Exactly. For sure. Now, the hard part of any ad, short, clear, yet compelling copy. Okay, like I said earlier, there's a reason why copywriters make a lot of money. This is not easy to do. Writing is rewriting, and this takes practice. But a few things, two tips for you, how to help you do short, clear, direct, compelling copy. First, focus on the benefits. What is the benefit? What's in it for them? What makes this so interesting to them, right? What do they get out of it? Okay, so focus on that part first, and then simplify that with super simple, straightforward language. Okay, sometimes we want to put in our super verbose jargons, terms in our industry. Cut all that out. Okay, bring it down to what, fourth grade, fifth grade level. Make it super simple. We love verbs, okay? Action words, okay? Strong, powerful. What are they doing? Okay, we want action words. We want them to do. And then create a sense of urgency there, okay? Make it the part that thing that makes it compelling is there's a sense of urgency. So something they can do right now or get in a short amount of time. And there's a level of exclusivity to it. Okay, we want to make it compelling, so we want them to convert over. Okay, so what does that look like? Love, love, love this ad from Factor. This to me is a good example of short, concise, yet compelling copy that conveys what they want without saying lose weight, right? It's the same kind of concept, but in a very compelling way. So lose 2.6 inches off of your waist, right? You're already saying you should lose weight without losing weight, okay? Stress-free slimming. Love it, okay? Super compelling short copy. So for a focus on the benefits, a weak example would be our running shoes are made with high performance foam. A better version of that would be run faster and feel lighter with ultra cushion support. Okay, simple conversational language. A weak example of this is our proprietary formula enhances dermal hydration and reduces epidermal inflammation. Too wordy, too jargony, too in your industry terms, right? Simplified version of that. Get smooth, hydrated skin without irritation, right? Same concept, simple language. Okay, and then finally, we want some strong verbs in there. Okay, so a weak version of this is check out our new meal plan. A better version is eat healthier without the hassle. Get your own meal plan today. Okay. So super simple, straightforward copy. We're going to go into our second exercise. Break back out your pen, paper, Word doc. We're going to do very similar to exercise 1. I want you to follow the framework. First thing we're going to have you do, though, is write just your basic solution-based ad copy. So in this example is we sell handcraft leather bags made with premium material. So, simple, your solution copy would be, we have a clinically better way of improving hair loss. We help small businesses with their technology needs, right? Write your simple statement, and then we're going to have you rewrite it with a benefit focus, okay? So the framework, again, pick one of these, get X benefit without said pain point, experience desired outcome with your product or service, okay? Or the final one is this product helps you achieve said goal without the common frustration, okay? Pick one of the 3, give you guys a couple minutes, put them in the chat. Wrapping it up, we're gonna go to Stacy's part, get this last part done. So the final part of the ad is the CTA. So we did a bunch of good work, and we don't want to fumble the bag at the end, right? We want to have a strong CTA. We want to make it clear. We want to make it actionable. So just to get to it. So we want to use action words, and we want to make it simple and very direct. So we don't want to do things like download now, learn more, click here. All those are trite and tired, okay? So we want to do stuff instead of like check out our products. We want to do things like shop the best deals now before they're gone, right? We instead of sign up for our newsletters and get the first meal free, offer ends soon. For simplicity, instead of check out our website, do try it for free, no credit card needed. We want to take any risk out of it, right? Be clear with it, highlight the value. So instead of signing for a program, grow your business, join a program today. I love this ad from MailChimp. Is a good example of they want you to convert ad. A lot of people want to do the brand awareness and the conversion and this like too much in the ad. This ad is for conversion's sake. Trial only, very simple message. Try it free, sign up for the trial. Okay, you don't have to do everything in the ad. Okay, you can just have a simple ad, straightforward, very strong call to action.
Yeah.
You're going to do our last exercise in this section, okay? I want you to write a CTA, okay? So again, this is kind of free form based on what your offer actually is. So based on what you are doing. So for our grow thicker hair, okay? Is there a trial? Is there a sample? Is it a product? Or are we just talking about get thicker hair now? Okay. For our tech solution, right? Is there an offer with that, or what is the benefit they would get by converting over? Is it a smaller tech stack? Is it get more money? Is it streamlining your processes? Like, what do you actually get when they actually convert over? If we can be simple, clear, direct, yet specific, those are the types of CTAs we are looking for. Okay, so take a couple minutes, write your CTA, very short, direct. Okay.